Getting late. Where to now? So that's...
Don't let...
Rules are made to be broken.
Cutting the net.
for me. Receive divinity. Repay.
In lunar flame.
The fight is set.
Riveter!
Blade of me.
Fail to stand you. I underestimated you. The dead return!
Can't kill me. In lunar flame. Blade of me.
Fail to stand you. Savor it for me. The dead return! Your end approaches.
Confiscated!
Repay. Receive divinity. Savor it for me.
In lunar flame. Blade of me. Try harder.
The dead return!
Go Nappy!
Fail to stand you.
Liquidation!
Savor it for me.
Right! Lasting victory means playing the long game!
The fight is set.
Riveter!
In lunar flame. Blade of me.
Fail to stand
Go.
The dead return! Repay! Failed to stand you. Receive divinity. Too little. Savor it for me.
Right! Lasting victory means playing the long game!
Blade of moonlight.
Failed to stand you. Your end approaches. Receive divinity.
Lunar flame.
Repay.
File.
Failed to stand you. Kind. Receive divinity. Failed to stand you. Savor it for me. The dead return! Rise! The fight is set. Inevitable.
Surrender. Liquidation!
Savor it for me. Nothing major.
Better cut our losses.
I underestimate. Receive divinity.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Right! Lasting victory means playing the long game!
Break!
Stand still. Relax.
I underestimate Bloom. Repay! Receive divinity. Blood cleansing dragon. The dead return!
Bow to justice.
Stand still. Relax.
I underestimated you.
Time to say bye. Boom. Stand still.
Engage. Now. Bow to justice.
Stand still. Time to say bye. Boom.
Damage.
Nothing major. Blood cleansing dragon. Break! Repay! The dead return!
Retrace. We will come. By the temple.
getting late. Where to now?
This year they only exported 1.5.
Since when did... Stand still.
Receive divinity. Repay.
By the temple. Next.
It'll take more than that. So this is...
Stand still.
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
The dead return!
Who's next?
Time to say bye. Boom. Relax. Time to say bye. Boom.
Hello, let's get started with today's operations.
The Ten Lords Commission Special Operations Team for the Heliobus Containment Breach Incident, aka the Ghost Hunting Squad, is ready for action! Yeah!
Yeah.
Looks like we're the only ones in good spirits today. I'm sleepy.
Oh, little Gwei, what kind of magical elixir did you take to make you so energetic?
Every time I see our follower count increase, I get so excited I can't even sleep. It works better than any kind of tea or coffee.
Well, aren't you lucky? As soon as I closed my eyes, I dreamt of endless running and circling and chasing after Lady Bailu. It was even more exhausting than doing it in real life.
Sushang, you slept for an entire day.
Catching ghosts is a night job. It only makes sense to sleep during the day. Yeah, I have an idea. How about we all just pretend that I've been possessed by a sleep ghost? Let me sleep for another 10 hours, and then call it a day's work.
A certain celestial jade-playing divination commission employee, perhaps?
Divination Commission? Celestial Jade? Shouldn't they be doing divinations?
It's this girl. Here, look at this post.
I take my job seriously. I'd never post something like late as usual on a public forum. Miss Sushang, I think you missed the interesting part. The description in this comment is really suspicious. It definitely sounds like Heliobi activity to me. And if Heliobi have managed to infiltrate the Divination Commission, that spells big trouble for the Luofu. You're right. Maybe we should contact Miss Qingchue and warn her not to go to work today. That's a good idea. We should send out a message, or people's curiosity will get the better of them.
Notification sent. I guess now we should go to the Divination Commission and see what's going on.
But let's talk to Cirrus again first. So, you imprisoned Luxie in the Matrix. And I heard the cries of other Heliobi longing to break free. At would seem the Ten Lords Commission has everything under control. What is it you want from me?
One victory equals one question. Don't forget the agreement you made with the General.
Don't be so sure of victory before the battle begins, young one. Without Tail to protect you, isn't subduing a Heliobus a bit overwhelming for you? You know, if you can accept me with an open heart, I can take his place and help you.
Really?
Of course.
That's what I wanted to hear.
Oh?
The fact that you're trying so hard to persuade me means that you're not sure of victory either. If you were, you'd have devoured us without hesitation. Am I right, Cirrus?
Then have it your way. I'll destroy Qing Yuan's pawns here and now!
Don't let your previous victory go to your heads. Disappear among the slightest misstep will lose your undoing.
Let's see how you perform. The General here to watch your back. I will never rest. Your mortal bodies will fatigue and breathe their last breath. Then I will endure.
The head returns!
Time to say bye. Boom.
We did it!
Ask your question.
We think the Divination Commission has been infiltrated by Heliobus, but we don't know which one.
Entering the Xianzhou's window to the future, it must be none other than Caraloom. They always relished hounding your prophets and seers with questions of destiny, watching them flounder between the random and the preordained. That pile of protein in your human skull is computationally inefficient. Your conjectures on destiny are little more than analogies and illusions. But we, the shapeless, are different. When we come together to harmonize and observe, destiny is clear and vivid as firelight cast into darkness. Ugh, in warfare, nothing is more important than being able to predict your opponent's movements. Among the fragments of Ignimar, Caraloom was in charge of knowing the past and predicting the future. It is said that during that fateful battle, Caraloom had a premonition of failure, but Ignimar ignored their warnings.
It looks like we have a clear target this time. Let's get going.
I may not have the same predictive power as Caraloom, little fox girl. But one thing I do know is that sooner or later you will beg for my help.
Huh.
Time will tell.
Oh, you're here. Is that a Ten Lords Commission judge? Something's amiss in the Divination Commission. Everyone is mumbling to themselves. Is this some workforce overhaul? Did I set a bad example?
I'm afraid not, Miss Qingtre. Something unexpected happened. I'm just not sure how to explain it.
The Divination Commission may have been infiltrated by some unknown creature. If you rush in, you could become a target too.
Miss Sushang, we're supposed to be operating in secret.
I want Qingchue to have an idea of the gravity of the situation.
I suppose Miss Qingchue should be safe enough. The one we're chasing probably has a more, complicated target.
That sounds like a compliment, but at the same time, I'll just take it as a compliment.
In that case, Miss Qingchue, could you stand guard here for us while we investigate?
It doesn't seem like a good idea to just stand here under such dangerous circumstances, does it?
I mean, you could leave, but... wait, are you thinking of coming with us? Didn't you see how bad the situation was?
Yeah, I've seen it all right. But if I leave now, won't that count as an authorized absence? I can get away with slacking off, but the Master Diviner won't tolerate complete abandonment of my post. Besides, you guys need someone familiar with the Divination Commission to show you the way, right? Then let's go. What's going on?
Stay close to me, okay? I'm a little scared.
What are they looking at? Is everyone okay?
There's only one way. Divination is meaningless.
How did the Matrix of Prescience become like this?
Look, Diviner Fu is standing at the center of the Matrix of Prescience. What is she doing?
Judging by her chanting, I think she's performing navigation calculations. Or divining. But something's not right. The Matrix of Prescience isn't moving at all. A heliobus? Is that the danger you were talking about? I read about them in a book. Starfire essence that can transform itself. Enjoys manipulating the dreams and desires of mortals. You mean the Master Diviner is being controlled by something like that? How can we snap her out of it?
We could try ringing the harmonic chime. If we're close enough, we should be able to enter the heliobus's illusion.
Silence! Idle chatter is not permitted in the Divination Commission.
Master Diviner! You're awake!
Or perhaps we should call you Caroloom.
It doesn't matter what you call me. I am the master of the Divination Commission. The current divination has reached a delicate stage, and no one is permitted to disturb it. Not even a judge of the Ten Lords Commission or a guest from the Astral Express. Qingchue, I have grown weary of your insubordination. Are you the one who brought these outsiders into the commission? Have you turned a deaf ear to all the rules I've laid down? Qingchue, you are hereby expelled from the commission.
That's... Darn, now we're down one person. A great idea! My days here really have been unproductive, loafing around outside and playing Celestial Jade, all while taking a Divination Commission salary. It's... how to put it? Not exactly. I do complete all my assigned work on time. I would call it... wasting my life away. Thank you, Master Diviner, for giving me the push I needed. Since you feel that my skills could be put to better use elsewhere, it's time for me to think about making some changes. But before I leave, I have to help these guests take care of some trouble here at the commission. If I don't, people will think I was fired because of cowardice in the face of danger. What next? What do we do now? Giving a dramatic speech to my boss was cool and everything, but it's not gonna help her break free from the heliobus clouding her mind.
I'm not sure what to do. The heliobus isn't trying to trap us inside the illusion, and it doesn't look interested in attacking us either.
Clouding my mind? I've never been a clearer mind than I am right now. From now on, I will dedicate myself to defining the predetermined futures of the Xianzhou Alliance, and will make these futures known to the world so that all can live in clarity. I know what you want to say. Spare me the lecture on human wisdom prevailing over nature and those ridiculous notions of free will. These are but crude illusions created by the brain. From the beginning, there was only one path. You are nothing more than a pawn at the mercy of the Stellaron hunters. What day you boarded the Express, who your enemies are, where you go. These choices that you think you make freely of your own accord are mere tributaries that will eventually converge on the path of destiny. Your journey to the Xianzhou, the defeat of Phantilia, all these were written into a script long ago by that slave to destiny, hidden in the shadows. Even in this very moment, your options are few. Ready your bat and charge at me. Argue with me loudly and futilely, or fall into silence. Don't let her words get to you. There are always other options.
The rise and fall of the tides are dictated by the fire trigram and the water trigram. You are powerless against such a force. You have no hope of defeating me. Venting your anger is meaningless. Anger cannot change that which is already ordained by destiny. All offense, no defense.
That your strategy?
Your attacks won't land on me. Only on these innocent puppets.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Such trivial choices cannot change the inevitable. If you are still not convinced, I can demonstrate to you the true nature of destiny in a way that your human brain can comprehend. Then follow me.
What is this?
This place is what the Divination Commission calls the Pathfinder. It's a sandbox game that diviners use to simulate future paths and exercise our minds. But why did the Master Diviner bring us here?
That's right. Now listen. If you place an ingenium in this little maze and give it a command, it will find its way to the exit precisely as it was commanded to do so. Are humans not the same as they navigate the path of destiny set before them? But you're probably thinking, humans are not machines. There is more than one path in the universe. And yet, machines we are. Complex, sophisticated, but machines. We are just like the ingenium in this maze. We have no options to speak of. We can only navigate one path. The one that takes us to our destination. Let's begin. Lead the ingenium to the exit. Show me how many choices destiny gives you. It feels like we're dancing to the Heliobus's tune. Let's begin. Lead the Ingenium to the exit. Show me how many choices destiny gives you.
As expected.
We did it!
Well done. Your choices are as the Omnicia foresaw them. You should know that there was only one answer to this puzzle from the beginning, just as destiny has only one path.
Yes, for a puzzle that was designed from the start, choosing any other path would be a pointless mistake. But the universe isn't someone's game, and no one is designing puzzles for us to solve. The universe doesn't have a single answer. We can do anything we want while we're in it. Even if it's the same work every day, I can hide in the library and read a book, or find someone to play Celestial Jade with. And that's freedom. I never thought slacking off could convince me of anything. Sign of a true scholar. A diviner of the Divination Commission, after all.
Ugh! Sushang, snap out of it! A slacker Heliobus is getting into your head. Qingque. For you, life may have a seemingly infinite number of choices. That is because your choices are simply different ways of slacking off and wasting time. They are of no consequence to anything. But for me, choices come with very real consequences.
That's the most divinery thing you've said so far.
As the Master Diviner of the Luofu, I have a heavy responsibility. I must comb through the complex threads of destiny day after day, all for the preservation of this giant ship. Some paths look promising, but lead to an abyss of despair. Then there are small trails that plunge deep into unimaginable darkness. And in the end, I realize that we have no real choices. There is only one path to follow, only one way to the optimal solution, even if it is paved with ashes and bitterness. There is only one way, and there only ever was.
What do we do? I don't think we can persuade her.
I have a proposal. Why don't we try a more advanced sandbox?
However long you want to play this game, and whatever tricks you try to pull, I'll happily play along.
Miss Qingque?
Use your free will to guide the Ingenium out of the sandbox. Let's begin. Lead the Ingenium to the exit. Show me how many choices destiny gives you.
The path changed slightly, but it was just as simple. I'm sure the Master Diviner would say.
Destiny only has one path. Your choices are just a predetermined solution to the puzzle.
Actually, I don't think I agree. Master Diviner, let's reset the sandbox and give it another go, shall we?
Again? Do it all over again exactly as it was? You can try it 1,000,000 times over, and 1,000,000 times over it is doomed to the same fate, because there is only one path. I see what you're thinking, Qingque. You're an interesting one.
Qingque, I've been thinking through the calculations for this puzzle. There really is only one solution.
This maze was designed by Caroloom. It's no use. There aren't any other solutions. As long as we're playing this so-called game of destiny, we can't win.
No, there's a second choice. There will always be another choice.
Miss Trailblazer, quick, say something to persuade her.
Ready to begin?
Of course there's another solution to this sandbox. Listen to my idea. You're all gonna help, right?
Miss Qingque, I don't know how you're planning to solve the puzzle, but I'll support this squad to the end.
Count me in. I'm sure Miss Qingque has something up her sleeve. If we can help, I'm in.
I only need 2 people for my plan to work.
You go stand in the sandbox. Right about that spot over there. Next, Judge Huohuo, you stand on the other side of the room. And stop shaking. All right, we're ready. And now, the second path appears.
Let's begin. Lead the Ingenium to the exit. Show me how many choices destiny gives you. Let's begin.
This is the other solution. The alternative choice. I created a new solution. Master Diviner, you're not the only one who can design a puzzle. And I don't tread the path of destiny alone.
You think that by calling on your companions for help, you created a new path out of thin air? You're just playing with semantics. I could weave 1,000 routes for you, but they lead to the same destination. So what significance is there in having a choice?
Creatures like you don't understand humans. The universe is like jade tiles on a game table. When the tiles are shuffled, the outcome is already predetermined. Which tiles can be played, which tiles are left over, what kind of hand the person next to you is trying to make. All of these can be determined through calculations. But if everything is just a calculation, the game loses its flavor. Randomness and adaptability, ambushing your opponent, twists and turns, the balance of the elements. It's a mix of calculations, unknowns, and loss of complete control that makes Celestial Jade the kind of game it is. And those are the same things that give life its color and vibrance. Do my choices at the game table mean nothing if I have a sure loss in front of me? No! The choices are what make the game meaningful in the first place. Even if I lose, I'll still make choices to lighten the loss. Just like the Master Diviner is making choices for her own agenda. You were right when you said that as Master Diviner, you must comb through the complex threads of destiny day after day, all for the preservation of this giant ship. In this vast universe, a game where there are only losers, our Master Diviner is making endless choices, fighting against the odds just so the Lawful can travel safely for another day. In my book, she's the best player there is. Why would someone as talented as the Master Diviner go through the trouble of making endless choices if the end result is predetermined? Heliobus, you cannot fathom the joys of humanity. You are imprisoned by the illusion of destiny, unable to free yourself. And you want everyone who peeks into the future to suffer the same pain as you. You don't understand humans at all.
Don't let them trick you, Foxian! Don't push me away! Don't let her word fool you!
Kiraloom, release the Master Diviner!
I see through your trickery! I see through every bit of it! I'm going to lose! Victory is beyond my reach! Why? Why is there no alternative? Everything in this universe is predetermined. No! I need to be necessary to victory.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return!
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Good times. Now time to say bye. Boom. May as well kill them all. Stand still.
That paradise, savor it for me.
Thanks. You're too good to me.
What a headache.
I will dispatch you. Let's settle this.
Say bye to breathing.
Master Diviner! Are you all right? I'm fine. Just a small headache, nothing more.
It's normal to experience some discomfort after being possessed by a heliobus, but nothing a few medicinal pellets can't take care of.
Is that Kiraloom? They may not be the most powerful fragment, but becoming entangled in their illusion can lead to endless despair.
Hurry. Just hurry up and see me in the darkness. I've foreseen what happens next. You're going to imprison me.
Xingque,
Thanks to you, the Divination Commission is safe again. No need to thank me, Master Diviner. By the way, while you were possessed, you fired me from the Commission. So... that counts, right? I'll have to ask you to give me written notice that my contract's been unilaterally terminated. Then, with all the years I've spent in the Divination Commission, I'll be able to get a great severance package. And I already planned what to do with all the money. I'm gonna open a gaming parlor, hire a couple of workers to run it, and spend the rest of my days living off the profits. I'll have started a new life without having lifted a finger.
Are there two Qingques?
I see. What a pity. I don't recall anything I may or may not have said while possessed by the Heliobus. In any case, Qingque, why are you still here? Shouldn't you be on duty back at the repository? Huh? Master Diviner, you can't back out now! Of course I can. After all, there are always choices in life. You taught me that. I can't convince real you, let alone possessed you. Master Diviner, you should get some rest. I'm gonna go take a get back to work. My actions today brought great shame on the Divination Commission. Yes, all is well, minus my headache.
Heliobi are good at finding people's weaknesses and exploiting them. Everyone has some kind of weakness. You're not to blame. That's right. You were just a victim of the Heliobus's trickery, Diviner Fu. No need to blame yourself.
I must express my sincere gratitude to all of you for your help. Apologies, but the Divination Commission is in disarray at the moment. I must return and set things in order. I'm afraid I cannot see you off in person.
Wait! There's something we need to ask you.
What is it? I agree that the Master Diviner gets possessed wouldn't make for a good headline. I don't care how you spin the story, so long as you leave my name and identity out of it. I have many things to attend to. Please allow me to save my thanks for another day.
We won't delay you any longer. We need to go to Victual Garden and seal Carolum away.
It seems that your operations have met with some success. I've been browsing through some of the stories on Ghostly Grove myself. They make for good reading. As the saying goes, serious divination concerns serious matters. It is inevitable that someone performing divination day in and day out for the Xianzhou would acquire inner demons, and Heliobus can take advantage of those. Fortunately, with your help, Fu Shren prevailed over her intruder. Do you enjoy listening to storytellers and watching immersion? In both cases, tales have a predetermined ending. But you shouldn't let that stop you from enjoying them, should you? The same is true of life. Whether the end is predestined or not, it's worth living. Very well then.
Miss Hanya is waiting for you by the suppression towers.
On behalf of the Ten Lords Commission, I commend you for your great service in resolving the Divination Commission crisis. I will honor all of you before the Ten Lords.
Thanks, Madame Hanya. But, we really couldn't have defeated Carolyn without Miss Chingtre's help.
I didn't realize that one as skilled as Diviner Fu would also be susceptible to the power of the Heliobi. That said, I can understand her plight. After all, we're all moving forward on our own unseen paths in no uncertain terms. Judges are instructed by the Ten Lords to carry out their orders, but no one ever explains their meaning to us. Just like the Master Diviner, no matter what cruel and horrible paths she foresaw, as long as it benefited the Luofu, she had to make a choice. Those choices may be correct and far-sighted, but we are, after all, flesh and blood, and we cannot help but agonize over the process of making them.
Madame Hanya?
I apologize. I was getting carried away. I think all the paperwork must have worn down my mental acuity. Today's business is finished. Please get some good rest.
Right. Let's call it a day. And you too, Judge Hanya. Don't work yourself to death.
It's finally time to get back to bed. Goodbye, everyone.
time to say bye. Boom.
Are there other matters?
Disappear among the sea of butterflies. Illusions of the past.
Your end approaches.
Receive divinity. The dead return!
Time to say bye. Boom.
Are there other matters?
Searching like this is the best way.
Diner haunted. Evil spirit breaks into restaurant and eats double its body weight in food. Oh, do you think Tail did this? Seems like his style.
Sounds like a very hungry criminal came up with a very poor excuse.
What about this one? Paranormal activity reported at exclusive horror immersion. Guests experience haunting within 7 days of screening. It reminds me of when I used to watch horror immersion to train my courage. Whenever there was a suspenseful moment, Tail would jump up and scare me.
Guys, I feel like this is just some sort of prank, or a marketing stunt to boost ticket sales. Waha has been browsing Ghostly Grove for hours. Every time she finds a suspicious incident, she says, "Do you think Tail did this?" Problem is, any suspicious incident could be Tail-related when you think about it.
I feel like Tail is still around. But if so, why didn't he come back to see me?
He was your Tail for so many years. I'm sure he'd come back to say hi. Or bye.
Anyway, even if you don't find Tail, you're still a great judge. The success of our ghost hunting squad proves it.
Thank you, Miss Gwei. I don't really get compliments. Without the encouragement of you squad members, working with you guys has made me feel a little more confident. Oh, but it's hard not to think about the days when Tail was still around. Back then, I was a useless coward. I'd hide at the first sign of trouble. Tail would always complain about it. But he'd also get me out of danger.
Reminds me of me and my brother. Sort of a love-hate relationship.
Hey, look at this!
Did you find Tail?
Hey, look at this!
Is this something Tail would do?
Tail or no tail, it's definitely the work of a heliobus.
Let's hurry up and get to the scene. There'll be trouble to pay if we're too late.
Be careful, everyone. This sounds like a very aggressive heliobus.
Hey, calm down!
I just learned a new technique. I'll use it to end your life.
What?
Unauthorized personnel should keep their distance. It's dangerous here.
Actually, we're not really unauthorized, are we, Judge?
Is that Sushang? And a judge? Why are the Ten Lords Commission here?
It's a very long story, so let's deal with the problem at hand first.
Mr. Cloud Knight, sir, the Ten Lords Commission will handle this. Thank you for your cooperation.
Understood. Please, take mercy on him.
Don't worry, this sort of thing is our specialty.
Your end approaches. Savor it for me.
Judge Huahua, is he all right?
His life isn't in danger, but his hands and feet are spasming, and his speech is incoherent. I think he's experiencing a delusion that he can't snap out of.
I feel like I've been drained of my strength.
Mr. Cloud Knight, sir, are you okay? Can you answer a few questions for me? Do you remember what happened to you?
I think so. Let me think for a moment. I received a report today about an infestation of abominations here at the Alchemy Commission. The captain sent me to clear it out. What happened after that was like a dream? I can't explain it. My weapon suddenly started talking to me. It taught me fighting techniques, which moves to avoid, which moves to use, which stances to adopt to retain balance. Then it told me to relax and let it take control against the enemy.
That sounds just like a Heliobus.
I followed its instructions. To my surprise, it felt like my combat skills had greatly improved. Still, it told me I was incompetent, like a piece of rotten wood. It wanted to find a new apprentice to carry forward the art. It was only then that I realized there was a sword-wielding child beside me, staring right at me.
Lots of children grow up learning to use a sword on the Luofu, but for a child to be walking around with one...
I sure hope we're not thinking of the same person.
I realized the boy was the general's retainer, Yin Shing.
I knew it.
When I heard my sword say the name, I was in disbelief. And then, for some reason, I just attacked Yin Shing. He must have spared me. The funny thing is that I didn't even see him move. I just fell straight to the ground. What happened next was even more outlandish. Yin Shing looked like he was talking to the sword in his hand. He turned around and left without looking back. And my weapon never spoke again.
Not good.
I'll take care of the Cloud Knight. You go after Yin Qing.
I saw him wield it one time when I was doing drills with the Cloud Knights. I heard that Yanqing's sword is a famous weapon crafted by the Artisanship Commission. It resonates with its master, reacting to his movements in battle like it has a mind of its own. He must have encountered some kind of danger, and his sword flew away to find someone to help, right?
Danger? Miss Sushang, don't scare me like that! What kind of evil would be strong enough to pose a threat to Yanqing?
I'm not sure, but the Heliobi are strange creatures. Even the sharpest sword can't cut them.
Uh-oh. I just had a thought.
If it's not auspicious, you'd best not say it out loud.
Based on what that Cloud Knight said, it isn't that Yanqing's in danger. Exactly.
Follow the sword. No matter what, we have to find Yanqing before things get even worse. This is the dock for Dragon Prayer Terrace. Judging by the sword's behavior, that's where Yanqing is.
Should we really be charging over there? Even without a heliobus, Yanqing is a swords master among swords masters.
Are you scared, Sushang? Me too. Compared to the other Heliobi we've dealt with so far, this one seems like it could do some serious damage.
Scared? My mother taught me swordplay as soon as I could walk. I might not be as good as the General's apprentice, but I would never let cowardice dishonor the name of the Cloud Knights or the family sword. But I am worried. If the heliobus possessing Yanqing is too strong, I'm afraid I might not be able to guarantee everyone's safety.
The General has been supporting our ghost hunting squad from the very beginning. It's time to return the favor. Even if it wasn't for the General's sake, as a judge, I can't let a heliobus take over someone as dangerous as Yanqing. Sushang, Miss Guai, Miss Trailblazer, please help me rescue him. Yanqing is at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Let's go.
What are all these swords doing in Dragon Prayer Terrace?
It must be a heliobus illusion. Shouldn't we ring the harmonic chime and see if we can talk to Yanqing inside the illusion?
Illusion? Since each of you can see it, wouldn't that mean you'd fallen into the illusion as well? Don't be alarmed. To me, this sword formation is a precious arsenal. When I gaze upon any one, 1,000 sword fights dance before my eyes. The swordplay far exceeding anything I have learned. And better yet, they welcome those who wish to pursue higher realms with open arms. I know that this is an illusion created by a heliobus. The General sent me to assist the Ten Lords Commission. I know a thing or two about your work. These cosmic flames are not good nor evil. They are simply a mirror. As long as a host's mind is clear, a heliobus cannot control them. Take me, for example. At this moment, I am free of all distractions. And I see the potential for greatness in these swords. Isn't that right, Master Apira?
Apira? That Heliobus's name is Apira?
Correct. Master Apira promised to show me the flaws in my swordplay, and had to take it to the next level. That's why I brought them to Dragon Prayer Terrace, where I suffered my most serious setback.
Young one, with me, everything will be different. Whether it be Imbibitor Lunae, the Stellaron Hunters, or that woman, your accomplishments will exceed them. You will be matchless, without limits.
Matchless without limits. You're just in time. The swords have taught me something already. I'd like to see how sharp my skills have become. My skills are lacking. I've been through countless defeats. But with Apira as my master, no longer.
Good times. Never time to say bye. Boom.
A blade knows no mercy.
I'll see you off.
The fight is set.
Stand still.
You're all in on it.
Receive divinity.
Not fret. Awaken dormant skill. Blood-cleansing dragon.
Eternal sleep, then.
And return!
Heaven surge. Break.
A sword fight must be fought with sincerity of heart and mind. Give it your all.
Lieutenant Yanqing, snap out of it! We don't want to fight you!
But I want to fight you. And we're just getting started. Ha, their skills are nothing compared to mine. What can I learn from any of them?
Then, why not hack them down right here?
Hack them down? I thought we were just sparring.
The laws of the battlefield are no different from the laws of the universe. Life for victory, and death for defeat. Swordsmanship is the art of victory, and only the victorious swords can be passed on. Swords defeated are buried among the barren wastelands.
But
You're resisting me? Rid yourself of these needless notions of clemency. How can you move forward without casting these distractions aside? Raise your sword.
Life for victory and death for defeat, huh? All this talk of laws of the battlefield and the universe. You think that gives the appearance of a Grand Master? You're just using someone else's ambition to satisfy your own desire to shed blood. This Xuanyuan sword in my hand has been passed down through my family for generations. When my mother gave it to me, she said, "The bread may bake, but the heart remains." And for a long time, I had no idea what she was talking about. Today, I just realized I misheard her. I think she actually said, "The edge may break, but the heart remains." Probably. The Lieutenant Yinqing, the winner and loser of this battle, have yet to be determined. Don't give me that "there is no point in fighting any longer" speech.
This little wench's fighting spirit is on fire. Young one, since she insists on fighting, will you give her her answer?
I won't back down!
Mrs. Shang, you... This is between fellow Cloud Knights. Losing a fight isn't a big deal, but if I abandon my fellow soldiers and bring dishonor to the Knights, how could I wield my sword again? Granted, I might not last more than a few moves. You guys go get the General, quickly! I'll try and hold him off until he gets here.
Sushong, my bestie. Why is she so stubborn? Still, that was pretty freaking cool.
The Spirit Bearer told me that the General is still in Victual Garden. Let's hurry! I think the only one that can break Yanqing's illusion is Qing Yuan himself.
Is something the matter? You seem out of breath. A heliobus that creates illusions for the sole purpose of instructing someone in swordplay. I wouldn't mind learning a few tricks from them myself. Unfortunately, it sounds like this one is a little too aggressive to be a decent sparring partner. This is not an adversary that someone as young as Yanqing is equipped to deal with.
General, we need to move fast. If we wait any longer, I'm afraid that Sushang might be...
I can understand your sense of urgency. But before I leave, I have a question for Cirrus, who has been listening this whole time. I trust you are familiar with Pyra.
Naturally. Among the Heliobi, Pyra manifests the courage and warring spirit of Igmar. They are the most aggressive of all the fragments. But who is this sword master? Who is Yanqing?
My apprentice.
No wonder I smell a hint of sadness in you. In order to rescue his incompetent apprentice, the master must fight on the battlefield himself. I must say, I'm very envious of Pyra.
You know the flavor of sadness, but not its meaning. An apprentice obsessed with victory and defeat has lost his mind through a heliobus, and is now trying to shortcut his way to mastery of the sword. This is my failure to him as a master, and the source of grief you see in me now.
Then you should hurry. Pyra has an insatiable bloodlust. Once they've enslaved your mind, they can make you turn against your friends, your kin, even your own master. Go! I don't wish to delay your death match with your apprentice.
Sushang is awaiting our timely arrival at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Let's go.
Lieutenant of the Seat of Divine Foresight. Is that the best you can do? And I was thinking I'd be done for the moment you drew your sword. I didn't think I would last this long. I'm not half as bad as I thought.
Young one, you're hesitating again. You're always hesitating. Your opponent is no match for you. Yet they have managed to fend you off for this long. As a swordsman, have you not any pride? Do you want to repeat the disaster you suffered at Dragon Prayer Terrace? It's time to finish it. Only blood can cleanse the shame of the sword.
He won't do it.
General.
Young one, your old teacher has arrived. Under his tutelage, you never experienced true failure. But after suffering your first major setback, your confidence in your swordsmanship has been faltering. You worry that the General is disappointed in you. You worry that you don't have what it takes to be the person the General wants you to be. Now, show him what I have taught you. He'll be very proud of your progress. Tell him that with your sword, you will bring victory to the Xianzhou.
With my sword.
Yanqing would never draw his sword on me to prove himself. I have confidence in him. This confidence is not a belief that he will win every contest. It is a belief that he will one day break free from the paradigm of victory and defeat, and realize his true reason for wielding the sword. The pleasure of swordsmanship, the saving of life, and the dispatchment of enemies. This truth must be discovered by himself. No one can teach it to him. Now is the time for him to take that step.
General,
Break free from victory and defeat? Those are just empty words to comfort the dead and the defeated. Think of your crushing defeat at Dragon Prayer Terrace. Think of how you felt then, teetering on the brink of death. If the sword of that Stellaron hunter had pierced your flesh, you wouldn't be standing here pondering the meaning of victory and defeat. Now is the time to break all your chains. Draw your sword on your master, to the General who is trying to imprison you. Draw your sword.
General, allow me to demonstrate my swordsmanship. I hereby challenge you. Apyra, I challenge these swords to battle!
Young fool, how disappointing. Your accomplishments would have been limitless. But you've been led astray by empty idealism. None of that matters anymore. While teaching you, I studied your every move inside out. And now you wish to throw down the gauntlet. Very well. In your own image, and with your own techniques, I will teach you one final lesson. Your swordplay, every stroke and sway, I've committed it all from memory.
You chose the wrong way.
Say bye to breathing.
Awaken, dormant scales. Blood cleansing dragon.
Good times. No time to say bye. Boom.
That paradise may savor it for me. Receive divinity. Your end approaches. Fail to stand you.
Relax.
Punish evil!
Eternal sleep. The dead return! Grace.
May as well kill them all. Stand still.
Let's settle this. The strength.
Say bye to breathing.
I will dispatch you.
Relax.
You're all in on it. I'm just warming up.
Bloom. Unnecessary. Failed. Stand. Savor it for me. I'll see you off.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
A blade knows no mercy.
Stand still.
I sense a storm.
I failed.
One hit, one stroke of luck, one victory.
Impressive. I bested.
Ew, it's about time we got this guy into the gourd.
General.
I know what you wish to say, Ching. We can move past the melodrama.
Then, to the rest of you, thank you for bringing me out of that daze. Especially you, Miss Sushang.
Why does everyone that gets heliobust love to apologize for it? You're the victim here. They're the ones stirring up chaos. It should be me thanking you for holding back during our battle. Or maybe, just maybe, it's due to a sudden skill improvement? Don't you think? Haha, right. Conscious Sushang is pretty badass. We're gonna need to get you a front-page news story for this one. Heck, let's get some billboards! So, you've made it your daily mission to tease me, huh?
With respect to this incident, what is your plan for posting on the Luofu's ghostly grove? Since it concerns the seat of divine foresight, I am hoping you could.
Well, about that. Let me discuss it with her first. Is everyone okay with this?
Thanks for covering for me. I'm so embarrassed.
All's well that ends well. We should hurry back and lock up Hyra in the evil binding matrix. They're a dangerous one. I'm afraid they might escape.
Well then, Yan Qing and I will take our leave now.
All right, let's get out of here.
risk, Miss Sushang.
Actually, I'm well aware of my own limits. If it weren't for Yanqing resisting that heliobus, maybe I wouldn't have been able to hold on until you brought reinforcements.
Come to think of it, we only needed one person to fetch reinforcements. Why didn't we get her to stay behind with you? And why didn't you ask?
It's kinda embarrassing, but I was caught up in the moment. I guess I never thought it through.
Sometimes I wonder whether your head's screwed on right. We need to take you to the Alchemy Commission for a checkup.
Maybe, but my actions kept everyone safe, and that's what matters. Miss Huahua needed someone to look out for her, and little Gui is just a civilian. You shouldn't be putting yourself in risky situations. As for her, she's a distinguished guest of the Seat of Divine Foresight. If anything were to happen to her, it could turn into a diplomatic crisis. After weighing things up in my head, it made the most sense for only me to stay put.
If I still had my tail, I wouldn't be slowing everyone down.
Sorry, Huahua. I didn't think it through. You were never a burden.
It's not your fault, Miss Sushang. It's just... I've been wondering... how can someone average like me keep up with the affairs of the Ten Lords Commission without my tail? Forget it. We should get some rest. There could be even bigger dangers waiting for us tomorrow.
Are there other matters? Are there other matters?
Come on, draw already.
Cleansing dragon.
Stand still.
And return!
Time to say bye. Boom.
Cleansing dragon. Savor it for me.
Time to say bye. Boom.
Rules are made to be broken.
I'm looking at the reply. See? Here. Miss Hanya said she's on her way.
It appears we are all present. The Spiritfarers who were supposed to report to Huohuo mentioned they didn't see her today. I'll get straight to the point. I have no idea where Huohuo may be. However, if we combine our efforts, we may be able to piece together some clues. Each of you are close to Huohuo. Did you notice anything unusual about her yesterday?
Yeah, Miss Huohuo has been trying to track down Tail. In addition to helping the squad, that is. What if Huohuo came across a lead today? Something that sounded like Tail's doing. Knowing her, she's probably gone looking for him.
And yet, she didn't come to any of us for help. That's not like her. Given the type of person she is, if she did have any clues, she would seek out our help. If she hasn't shared anything with us, it means there is only one possibility.
Correct. And I think I might know who the culprit is.
Cirrus. The only one who may have knowledge of Tail's whereabouts is Cirrus, whose plans were foiled due to Tail's actions.
Even if Cirrus doesn't know where Tail is, given the shared history, they wouldn't hesitate to cause trouble.
Let's go. We must try to squeeze some answers out of Cirrus.
Well. Insects who don't know when to quit. I sense you have questions. Go on. Ask away.
Huohuo is missing. And I'm willing to bet you know something about it.
How careless. Your companion vanishes right under your noses. And you fail to notice. Why am I the one you're pestering?
The Ten Lords' Commission might not be able to completely eradicate the Heliobi, but we have plenty of ways of dealing with them.
Ooh, how threatening. Save your breath. I know your tactics. Let's cut to the chase. I do know something about it. I knew it! Believe it or not, While you were distracted, she came and found me. She asked me if I knew where Mr. Teo was, and I simply gave her a clue. She searched high and low, but came back empty-handed, of course. If only you could have seen her expression, simultaneously terrified and desperate to know more. Utterly hilarious. In the end, I became fed up with her constant nagging. I told her that her beloved Teo had splintered and been reduced to an ember without a single memory. You should have seen her face! Oh, does it hurt? You'll be pleased to know I didn't drag out the suffering. I told her that her tail was hiding in Cloudford, preparing to flee the Xianzhou on a star skiff. I also told her that the Ten Lords Commission was in the process of recapturing all the Heliobi. If she were to turn to you for help, Mr. Tail would be imprisoned. Even if she managed to find him. Looks like she took the bait.
Lies! You can't possibly know where Tail disappeared to.
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. But I have no doubt about one thing. My friends are ready and waiting for her in Cloudford. I tricked you, didn't I? You should have faith in your friend. Perhaps Wawa is safe and sound. Perhaps she managed to subdue the Heliobi. If you rush to Cloudford, there's still a chance you might find her.
Not good. Let's head to Cloudford quickly.
The paperwork will have to wait. I'm coming with you.
What do we do now? I'll go get help from the Alchemy Commission.
Hold on. Let me take a look at her. She's unresponsive. It looks like a heliobus has taken control of her mind. Huohuo spent a long time in coexistence with a heliobus. It is likely she became accustomed to that state. With Tail now gone, she was relatively defenseless against other heliobi. This isn't something the healers at the Alchemy Commission can handle. I'll take Huohuo back to the Ten Lords Commission. Perhaps they'll have an answer. As for now, I'm temporarily suspending the activities of the ghost hunting squad.
But...
The situation has changed completely. Without the assistance of a judge, continuing would place all of you in grave danger, defeating the purpose of the squad.
But Miss Hanya, this is to save our friend.
I know. I understand. But please, let the Ten Lords Commission deal with this. We'll find a way to extract this heliobus from Huohuo.
Miss Hanya, tell me straight. Does the Ten Lords Commission actually have a solution?
We are not completely out of options. It might be possible to use another heliobus to drive out the one that seized Huohuo's mind.
But why would a heliobus ever want to help people? Wait, Miss Hanya, do you mean to say that...
I've been keeping Tail here all along.
What?
Don't look so surprised, young lady.
Surprised? Huohuo has been worried sick trying to find you, and now something else has gone after her.
You flaming furball! What the heck is going on? Did you know about this the whole time, Miss Hanya?
As per our rules, any free-roaming heliobus must be sealed away. I was merely following protocol. Besides, it was Tail who requested this.
It's a long story. I only recall a moment during that fateful night when my consciousness was on the verge of shattering into a million pieces. Time stood still. I watched myself parting from Ignimar, drifting without purpose. Then, before I knew what had happened, the girl had retrieved me, and a judge of the Ten Lords' Commission had sealed me within a tail. I believe you humans call this kind of thing an end-of-life experience. But why would a heliobus experience one of those? Ridiculous. Since I'd slipped the leash, I thought I might as well change bodies and savor a bit of freedom. But then...
Lucky for you, you met me.
My luck took a sour turn when I ran into this demoness. I mean, judge. When I was with Huohua, she constantly rant about me, whining about all the problems I'd caused her, how I'd ruined her life. It was only after I vanished that she realized she'd taken my power for granted. I wanted to hear her cry about it. So, in a fit of anger, I had this demon, judge, imprison me in the gourd.
You had had your wish. Now, I'm offering you a chance to regain your freedom. Not by letting you go, but by going back to the way things were. Do we have a deal? Can I trust you, Tail?
Ugh. Of course! We're pretty much co-workers at this point. So, all I have to do is possess Huohua and take out those other pesky Heliobi, right? Time to give this heedless creature a reality check. It's exorcism o'clock!
Where am I? Tail? Are you here? I feel like I've been possessed. Mom? Is this an illusion? Mom, what are you doing here? I've missed you so much!
Stay back! Don't come any closer! I don't know who you are, but you're not my Huohua. Keep that filthy thing you're carrying away from me.
But I'm still me. I'm the one in control.
It's just a matter of time before it takes control of you. I'm sorry, Huohua. Your father and I had no choice but to send you to the Ten Lords' Commission. Oh, it's best if you pretend we never existed.
Hey, I remember you. Huohua's tail is all singed. It looks like a giant sparkler. Stay away from us, monster! trying to make us feel sorry for you? I can't stand people who do that. You're all so mean! Blame that freaking tail of yours! No one else has a tail that catches fire! Get lost! We shouldn't be talking to a monster anyway. Let's get out of here. But I'm not a monster. What should I do? Tail? How are you still here? I see now. You're leaving me too. Everyone always leaves me. I don't want to be alone. Not again.
I haven't left!
Please, Tail. No more words. I can't bear to see you fade away.
Are you a judge or not? This heliobus is distorting your perceptions. Get a grip. Resist them!
They've all gone. All abandoned me.
All gone? Just watch me. I'll drag them all back. Let's bring this one back.
Hua, I'm sorry. It's better that you pretend Mom and Dad are no longer here.
How can your own flesh and blood be so heartless? These humans.
Everyone will leave. They always do. Eventually.
You have me, don't you? Just wait. I'm going to bring everyone here. Let's bring this one back.
Why does Wohua get so much attention? I'm gonna get everyone to ignore her.
Ugh, the behavior of these brats is astounding.
This tail is just so creepy. It glows like some sort of torch. Gross!
Hey, want to lose a hand? Whoa, whoa, look! I brought everyone back for you.
Who's back?
Whoa, our precious girl. Mom and Dad shouldn't have left you all alone. Whoa, I'm sorry. I was just jealous that your tail is cooler than mine. Whoa, I've always dreamed about having such a cool tail. Why don't you come play with me?
Well, they're only here because you possessed them and made them come back. This isn't what I meant.
Oh, come on. You wanted them to return. They returned.
Tail? You're not an illusion. You're here. You're actually Tail. Where have you been all this time? I thought you were already...
Dead. Well, I haven't exactly had a picnic. Exploding into countless shards, being your shadow for all those rotten years. It's about time I had some good luck. I thought about getting out of here, but I couldn't shake the feeling there was something wrong. So I came back to see if you could manage on your own or if you were still a scaredy cat.
I'm sorry. I guess I still am.
No! You're selling yourself short. You're daring. How you had the courage to do something so dangerous amazes me. It's not bravery you lack, but sense.
What other choice did I have? I suspected that Cirrus was deceiving me, but the thought of losing you forever was... unbearable.
Forget about all that. I'm here now. But... did everyone really leave you? Because of me?
You know what? They left. Let them be. I'm not a people person anyway. Without you, Tail, they'd have left me just the same.
Well, since you put it like that, I suppose I have nothing to feel guilty about anymore. Well, somebody needs to keep you out of trouble. Speaking of which, there's a pesky Heliobus lurking right here. I'm coming for you. Don't even think about escaping.
Do not be afraid. Awaken through its blood-cleansing dragon.
Stand still.
This is our chance.
I sense a storm.
Good times, never time to say bye. Boom.
Let's go.
Relax.
Not fret.
Eternal sleep is nothing.
And return!
May as well kill them all.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Stand still.
This is our chance. Rules are made to be broken.
I sense a storm.
Say bye to breathing.
like Tails' operation was a success!
Madame Hanya, Miss Quaid, Sushang, and Miss Trailblazer. Oh, thank you, all of you. Are you the ones who brought Tail back?
Well, where would we be without our squad leader? We had to help.
Oh, so Scaredy Cat is squad leader? Well, well, look at you.
Aw, that's just what Miss Gwaynifin calls me.
Well, well, Tail actually does belong to Miss Huahua.
Excuse me?
Despite Cirrus's scheming and calculating, they clearly didn't expect Tail to return to Huahua. Their plan to kidnap her was an utter failure. If they saw Huahua as she is now, it would break their will.
Madam Hanya, urgent news from Victual Garden. The subdued Heliobi are stirring again.
Cirrus may not know the location of Tail, but they still figured out a way to divert everyone's attention. Cirrus may come across as hot-headed and impulsive, but under the surface, they are actually full of guile. No wonder they like to use analogies such as pawns and chess to describe people. One momentary lapse of concentration, and suddenly we find ourselves backed into a corner. It looks like the end game that General Jing Yuan has been trying to avoid is fast approaching. Sushang, please head to the seat of Divine Foresight and fetch the General. Let's hurry back to Fixtral Garden now, while there's still a chance to turn things around. It's time to teach Cirrus a lesson.
Judges of the Ten Lords Commission. Sluggish as ever. Oh, and is that Mr. Tail? Back to being a guard dog, I see. How delightful! This calls for a celebration. Still, after our last encounter, I have no intention of including you in my plans. To see Ignimar's most powerful fragment now burdened with emotions pains me. It's a pity, but you've become expendable.
Who are you calling expendable?
The Ten Lords' commissions matrix is still intact. The Heliobi cannot leave Fixtrol Garden. You may think you have the upper hand, but you're nothing more than a caged animal. You will never leave here.
Leave? That was never my plan. I came to Fixtrol Garden for one reason and one reason alone. To fight the Lofu's formidable general? He seemed fond of playing the waiting game. I merely capitalized on that. While you were all out on a wild goose chase, I rallied other Heliobi to my cause, thereby increasing my strength. Thanks to all of you, I've amassed the power of every Heliobus sealed within Fixtrol Garden. All I need to do now is wait for the General to make his grand entrance. Before that happens, I should keep my end of the bargain. Destroying you without leaving a trace.
Rules are made to be broken.
Do not be afraid.
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Let's go.
Damage.
Awaken, dormant scales. World cleansing dragon. The strength.
Time to suffer.
Receive divinity.
Thanks. You're too good to me.
Bow to justice.
They keep on coming back for more. What should we do, Tail?
Take it easy, kid. Heliobi might lack physical form, but they're not impervious to physical attacks. Cirrus is merely putting on a brave face. The moment they sense even a hint of defeat, it's over. They'll break into pieces regardless of how powerful they are.
So, just like what happened to Ignimar, once a Heliobus realizes they're going to lose, they'll shatter?
Exactly. And if there's anyone who can cause Cirrus to shatter, it's him.
So, General, you finally decided to show up. Ready to face the music?
Defeat my army and I'll give you the rematch you seek. My words hold true. As I mentioned previously, when Tung Xiao and Ignimar fought, the scales were balanced. But for you, Cirrus, this game was never about fairness, was it? And yet here we are. My power decidedly outmatches yours. Notions of rules and equal competition are mere illusions. Now, if you don't mind, allow me to show you how the endgame is played.
Do not be afraid. World cleansing dragon.
Rules are made to be broken.
Eternal sleep is not the end. And return!
A mere pawn.
Let's make it quick.
Time to suffer.
Just scratch.
Receive divinity.
Much better.
Repay.
Let's go. Yeah.
Sent a storm.
Time to suffer.
Inevitable. I underestimated you. Bloom. Not fret. Eternal sleep is not the end. Return!
A mere pawn.
You chose the wrong enemy.
Accept your defeat. You are bested.
It'll take more than that. Rules are made to be broken.
Awaken dormant scales. World cleansing dragon. The strength.
Time to suffer.
Inevitable. I'll see you off. Receive divinity.
Much better.
Bow to justice. By the temple.
Eternal sleep is the and return!
Time to suffer.
Engage.
Bloom. Not fret. You chose the wrong enemy.
Time to suffer.
Surrender.
Time to suffer.
By the temple.
Receive divinity.
Much better. Rules are made to be broken.
Eternal sleep is not the and return!
Time to suffer.
I underestimated you.
More than that.
Nothing major.
Time to suffer.
Surrender.
Let's make it quick.
Time to suffer.
So this is defeat.
keep on coming back for more. What should we do, Tail?
Take it easy, kid. Heliobi might lack physical form, but they're not impervious to physical attacks. Cirrus is merely putting on a brave face.
May be savor it for me.
Your end approaches.
Time to suffer.
Grace. Nothing major.
Good times never last. Time to say bye. Boom.
Surrender.
Stand still.
Time to suffer. Suppress.
Fail to send you.
Accept your defeat. You are best.
By the temple.
You chose the wrong enemy. Receive divinity.
Unnecessary.
Repay.
Engage.
Bloom.
Time to suffer.
Didn't hurt.
Eternal sleep. The dead return!
Time to suffer. Suppress.
Fail to send you.
We'll come. By the temple.
Good times. Time to say bye. Boom.
Time to suffer.
Surrender.
Receive divinity.
I will dispatch you.
Bloom.
Unnecessary. That paradise may be unreached. Savor it for me.
Time to suffer.
Eternal sleep is not the dead return!
Stand still.
The fight is set.
The fate of humans means nothing to me. We play by our own set of rules.
Checkmate.
I concede.
Good.
I am no Ignimor. I'm nothing. Nothing more than a faint flicker.
I know of no faint flicker that could strategize such a fierce battle against one of the Rainbow Arbiter's generals.
Listening to a winner feign humility is enough to make one sick.
The Heliobi may reflect our desires, but their fervent blaze is undeniably awe-inspiring. Neither General Tang Xiao nor myself would deride such a foe.
I have been bested. It's true. I only sought to lock horns with you regardless of victory or defeat. Next,
Next is eternal punishment. For an inextinguishable flame such as yourself, I see no punishment more fitting than to see you confined to a vacant abyss, forever lamenting your past transgressions. Such is the fate that awaits you, Sirius.
So be it. Mountains will crumble. Oceans will evaporate, but the Heliobi will always be there, patiently waiting for their day of freedom. And that day will come. As long as the generals of the Xianzhou live, my battle against them will continue. Until the stars themselves burn out.
You're here. I've just finished reinscribing the seal on Huohuo's tail. Next, it's time to address the matter of Cirrus.
What do you know? This is between me and the Ten Lords Commission. The non-aggression pact, if you like.
According to the Ten Lords, Tail must be supervised by a judge. I'll make sure to take good care of Mr. Tail.
Let's see who takes care of who.
Besides, when Mr. Tail isn't around, the other Heliobi pick on me. I feel safer when Tail is here.
Other Heliobi? Huh. I'm the only Heliobus you need to worry about.
Well then, I will take care of the Cirrus situation. As for what gets written in the Luofu's ghostly grove, I'll leave that up to you. One more thing. Don't forget to seal the Heliobi within the evil binding matrix.
Yes, ma'am.
Since when did Fixed
I wrote to my mom about the recent monster slaying and demon fighting stuff I've been doing for the Ten Lords Commission.
What did you tell her?
I told her I went toe-to-toe with the sword-fighting prodigy Yanqing and held my own against fragments of Ignomar. But all she did was scold me for getting into trouble. Do you think she was being sarcastic? What could be more important than protecting the Xianzhou from the threat of Heliobi?
Quit worrying, Sushang. You've been an awesome squad member and a very talented sleepyhead. Now, let's think about what to publish on Ghostly Grove. This is huge news. This post will definitely boost our following.
Always on the hunt for more followers.
It's called professionalism, all right? I'm counting on you.
The ghost hunting squad can now rest easy for a while. Speaking as a judge of the Ten Lords Commission, I must thank you all for the dedication you've shown these past few days. You really minimized the impact of the Heliobi crisis. There may have been a few Heliobi that slipped through the net, but they are of no major concern.
Leave them to us. I don't want to brag, but our articles on Ghostly Grove are the talk of the town. If we suddenly stopped uploading, it'd be pretty unfair to our audience.
Miss Gui.
Madam Hanya, please let little Gui carry on uploading. I can't fall asleep without browsing Ghostly Grove before bed.
You seem pretty set on this, so I won't stand in your way. However, bear in mind that...
Don't worry. We promise not to make your job any harder than it already is.